Hello everyone, this is part 11 on Introduction to Scratch Programming, and in this video we'll be looking upon making a list. So let's know what are lists used for. Suppose you want to store the score of the players who are playing the game made by you, and for that you can't make that much variable. Suppose you have shared your game with, suppose, like 100 users, so you can't make 100 variables and using them. So therefore we make a list and we store their score along with their names in the list. So this is how lists are used. So let's start by making a list. So similarly with variables, like we had global and local variables, we too have global and local lists. So let's start by making a global list here, which will be called like time. So as you can see, similar to the variables, we too can hide and show the list. So now this list is showing us empty. So you can add something to your list by clicking this plus icon here, or you can add by this block here. So like I'll add 12 o'clock to the time. So when I click that, so as you can see that the first item in the list is 12 o'clock. So now I can make that like 1 o'clock. So like that we can add something to our list. You can also add the score of your game by how many players they are using, and you can have a high score system. So now let's add something like 3 o'clock, like that. So when I click that and remove that out, now let's go to the next block, which is delete 1 of time. So what is this delete 1 of time? It is just what the first item in the time block here. So now suppose like if I want to remove the fourth item in the list, so when I click that, so as you can see the fourth item in the list was removed. So this is how delete of the list you want is used. And you can also use this delete all of your list, and similarly all of them would be deleted. So now let's add back 12, and now let's add 1 o'clock. Let's add 2 o'clock, and now let's look upon the fourth block, which is insert a thing at 1 of time. So what is this? This is, you can shift all of them behind this one. So like if you want something to be placed at the first item, so you can just click that and you will see that all of them are shifted and the first thing is thing. So let's delete that, and now they are very simple blocks, and you will understand them as you have understood about operators and that all. You will also see that some of them are similar from the list blocks, from the variables blocks here. So now we should look upon the fifth block, which is replace one of time with thing. So what this will do is, so what is the first item here, that is 12 o'clock, it would remove that 12 and add thing to that. So you can also do the same by deleting one of item and inserting a thing at one of item. But now with this block you can replace that directly. So when I click that, so as you can see, the first thing here is thing. So let's replace that with 12 o'clock there, and when I click that, as you can see, it's back to normal. And now let's look upon the next four blocks, which are item 1 of time, item number of thing in time, length of time, and time contains thing. So let's see what are these blocks used for. So what is this item 1 of time? So as you will see that the first item in this time list here is 12 o'clock. So it would tell me 12 o'clock there, and this will be used for some conditionals by using operators like equal to, and when I put that there and place that with 12 o'clock there, and when I click that, it says me true. So this is how it would work. And now let's come to the next block, which is item number of thing in time. So as the thing is called thing in my list here, so let's replace that with 1 o'clock. So it would tell us that it is at number 2. So this is how this item number of 1 o'clock in time is used. So instead of saying that item 1 of time, so as it would say the first item in the thing, and now when we use this one, so we would have to enter the value which is stored in this list, and it would tell us the number, at which number is the value stored at. So it would say me 2. So now let's see at length of time. So when you will see about time here, which is a list, it would directly tell you that the length is 3. So what it means is it has 3 items in it. So that is as simple as that. When I click that, it says me 3. So that is similar to this length of here. So when I put the time there, so this is equal to this. So let me tell you that this is equal to this. So but now as it's saying me false, okay, yeah, but that is similar to this length of here, but now this length of time would tell me about the number of characters stored in that. So that is not equal to that, by the way, but that is similar to this length of here. So now I hope you have understood about all these, and now let's come to this block here, which is time contains thing. So this is a Boolean block. So as I told you about Booleans, that they can only have 2 answers, which is true or false. So let's check what this means. So it will say that is there anything called thing in this time list here? So it would give the answer as true or false. So now, as nothing is called thing in this time block here, in this time list, so it would tell us false. So now when I add thing, so it would tell us true. So you can also delete that from there. And now let's come to the last two final blocks, which are show and hide list. So what this means is it would show the list, it would hide the list, and like that. So I hope you have understood about the list blocks here, and they are very helpful for you to making games like tic-tac-toe and snake and ladders and even Ludo. So they are very helpful for you to make your games. So but let me tell you that they are rarely used, but when you will learn about programming language further, then you would understand that how these lists are used. So they are also used as an array, and we can also call that as an array. So let me tell you that there is a difference between a list and an array, as array can only contain a single type of thing in that. So like if you want numbers to be stored in array, then it would only store numbers, and if you want like strings or text stored in an array, then it would only store text. So this is how there's a difference between a list and an array. As in list, you can store anything like, let me delete that, and let's make a new list for this sprite only, and let me tell you that something. So in this list we can store thing, I can also store number. As you can see, I can store both of them, and I can also store decimals, and I can also store some big numbers like that. I can also store something like that. So I hope you have understood about list in this video, and if you have enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then subscribe it now. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.